The third game of the season. First off, we got Derailed versus PewPew Lasers. Over on the blue team, we got Derailed Gaming. We got Zabardust in the jungle, Destroyer on AD carry, Flame Ice on support, Zadias in the mid lane, and Spar XX over on the top lane. And over on the purple team, we have PewPew Lasers. We got Captain Awesome in the jungle, Hellcaster 14 in the support, I believe. Frungel on AD carry, Legend W Flary on top, and we do have Grimsley in mid. And yeah, bans on the blue team, we have a Lee Sin ban because Captain Awesome's Lee Sin performance in the last game was just outstunning. I mean, his ganks were really good. He had a few mechanical errors, but besides that, his gameplay was very solid. Rise also was played fantastically by Legend Flary, and Katarina was just huge by Grimsley over in the last game. Over on purple team, we obviously will be having the Orianna ban. Zadias, a huge Orianna fan and a very good Orianna player. That is his main, and we also have a Vive ban because, as you know, Zabardust is very good with Vive, but he does have other champs in his back pocket like Jarvan. Also, we do have a Thresh ban because Flame Rice is really good on the Thresh. I don't know much about this guy. He's kind of new, I believe, but he does have a really good Thresh. So over on blue team, we do have the Jarvan being first picked by Zabardust. Jarvan, a very strong jungler in this meta. In the new jungle patches, he has a very good early game presence and is just really good with the Cataclysm and EQ combos. They're a little bit more hard to land, but they still are. But he is overall a very good jungler. And over on the purple team, we might see a Rek'Sai here. I'm not sure. We have a Janna being locked in. I think Captain Awesome. Will he be playing that? Oh, and he does! First time I think we're gonna be seeing a Rek'Sai over here on the competitive grounds here. He is a new champion. He was released not too long ago. Not many people know how to. Not many people have mastered him yet, but I think it's gonna be interesting to watch the first time Rek'Sai on this stream. Purple team taking that Morgana Lucian bot lane, a very good strong bot lane. Morgana with the spell shield, with the snares, just a very good support overall. And Destroyer, a very good Lucian player, and Lucian itself is just very strong. I mean, his passive, no matter how many times you nerf him, he will always be very strong. And we do have Frungel insta-locking his Quinn, as we saw last game. Also, Lokesha, are you there? Yeah, if you can reduce the game volume a little bit, then it would be nice because I'm getting complaints that people can't hear me and they can hear most of the game volume. So, yeah, if you can lower that, that'd be nice. But anyways, we do have the Wukong being picked up, mostly a top lane Wukong because Rek'Sai is mostly strong in the jungle. But so, yeah, Wukong being played in the top lane. We do have a Janna and Quinn in the bot lane versus a Morgana and a Lucian. So, yeah, interesting matchup bot lane. Skill cap bot lane is around the same. Maybe Birdie a bit more experienced, but nevertheless, it is going to be one interesting match. Maokai is open. Wow, so yeah, Maokai a very strong top laner in this meta alone. I mean, he is played everywhere. He just gets super tanky, and once he's able to get on the carry, he can he can just prevent the AD carry from focusing any other target. And Syndra also very strong. I was actually more expecting an Ahri pick from Zadias because he is one of those players that can play Ahri and Orianna and stuff. But Syndra, really good champion, very good burst. The problem with Syndra is she doesn't have that much mobility, but nevertheless she has a long range stun, and just a very good champion overall. So now what's left for the purple team is their mid lane pick. I mean, Grimsley, he does have his Katarina banned out. Yeah, he does have his Katarina banned out, but He can also play other champions like Twisted Fate. Uh, he can play Twisted Fate. He can play Yasuo. He can play Zed. Not really much of an Azir, but let's see what he goes on. I guess he'd be trying to counter Syndra in lane. Well, nothing really counters Syndra, but most likely it's going to be a Yasuo because I think that's the champ he's most comfortable on. Yasuo has gotten a lot of nerfs lately, but um, still playable. Still, very good. Still very good. Uh, yeah, so that's the matchup for you. In the jungle, we're going to be having Zabardust as Jarvan versus Captain Awesome on Ricochet. For an AD carry matchup, we got Destroyer on Lucian versus Prangel on Quinn. Flame Rice's Morgana support versus Hellcaster's Janna support. Over in the top lane, we do have Spar XX versus Legend Flary's Wukong. And in the mid lane, we have Zedias's Syndra versus Grimsley's Yasuo. So let's see how this plays out. Both of these teams are looking very good. I don't know who would win a team fight yet because I really don't know much of Ricochet as she is a newly released champion, and I haven't really seen much of her. But I guess I could learn about her the first time first time I actually see her being played. And now the game started for them, but we do have the 3 minutes delay. So the whoever's on Twitch right now, type in the chat. You guys can cast your votes on who's gonna win this game. I'm personally gonna go with Derailed because Purple Team they did play really good last game, but they are a relatively new team, and as Derailed they've been around for a long time, so. That synergy, all that skill level, I think it's just going to be Derailed's game, but you never know. We'll see what happens here. So yeah, mid lane should also be a very interesting matchup because first time we're actually gonna see. Actually, no, wait. First, I'd like to touch topic I'd like to touch on is Grimsley taking the exhaust. It's good for mid lane assassins to take exhaust because it's exhaust really just it really hurts the mid lane assassins or any assassin type champion. So yeah. Both the supports in this matchup are also taking exhaust, so Purple Team, they really don't have an Ignite, so that could hurt them a bit. Over on the Blue Team, we do have Zedias on that Ignite. I strongly believe he should have taken exhaust, but, it's personal preference. If he likes to play with Ignite, it's his choice. But yeah, what's going to hurt the Purple Team is that they do not have an Ignite, so kill picking up is going to be quite hard. Instead, they've got 2 exhausts, a heal, a smite, and a teleport, where Blue Team has 1 exhaust, one smite, heal, ignite, and teleport. So, yeah. The only difference is Purple Team's got that 2 exhaust, but yeah, we'll see how this is.
User in your channel timed out. User joined your channel.
Alright, so we might have had a small DC there. I don't know really what happened, but I just randomly DC'd from the TS. But nevertheless, we're back in the game. We're in the loading screen right now. Skin-wise, we do have almost how many? 1, 2, 3. 3 skins versus 1, 2. Yeah, 2 skins. So I guess you could kind of say that first blood has already been taken here. Yeah, but right now as the summoner's loading the game, we're just waiting to see what happens. The top lane shouldn't be that much. You kind of know how the matchup goes. I mean, Maokai just farm. Wukong also farm, try and get a kill, but yeah. The mid lane matchup should be very interesting, and the bot lane also. And it's what's also interesting is to see how Rek'Sai or Captain Awesome plays this Rek'Sai, because he's a very new champion, and it was kind of bold of Captain Awesome to kind of take him in this game because not many people have mastered him or know how to play him quite well yet, whereas Jarvan's been around for a long time. So it's interesting to see how this matchup goes. Yeah, so as the summoners finally load onto the rift, we do have quite a little bit. The game is paused. Alright, so Grimsley has a small disconnect there, and yeah, they will pause the game. He does have about 10 to 20 minutes to get back, so depending upon the admin. So yeah, we do have a few people getting their quick start items really fast. I mean, Darvin, Syndra, and Quinn, with those quick hands, got the items before the pause. So yeah, the pause timer is on at the moment, and Grimsley has disconnected. They're gonna be waiting for him to connect and get this game on. So as you guys can see in the chat, we do have a little bit of a Bombay net failure there, as Captain Awesome says. But Grimsley is on his way. He is reconnecting back, hopefully, and we shouldn't have that long of a pause this time, hopefully. So yeah, a few things about Rek'Sai here is he does have a lot of mobility and attack speed from her ulti alone, and his or her Q is AoE. So yeah, I guess they'd be an exhaust on Ricochet would hold her kit back a lot. Also, CCing Ricochet alone also won't stop her tunneling. She'll just be CC'd after her tunneling, so good thing to watch out for her. And also, like Tryndamere, she also has a Fury bar, and once her bar reaches max, her E, I believe, I think it's the, I'm not sure, but one of her spells will be doing true damage, and yeah, so we'll just see how Zabardust plays. He hasn't been playing or practicing in a while, so it's interesting to see how this matchup would go on. Most of the bot lane, I mean, both of these guys are really good AD carries, and the supports are relatively new, but they have very good potential and are very good. So we'll just see how this goes. Or game still seems to be paused, so I believe that. Oh yeah. Now we do have Grimsley reconnecting, so the match will continue now. So yeah, now we're just going to be having both teams pick up their items, and hopefully we'll see some level 1 aggression here. maybe not because of the new jungle changes. Invades, well, not invades, just counter jungling in general is not as effective as before. So yeah. We do see PewPew Lasers as a team moving onto their red side of the jungle, hopefully looking to spot an invade or so. RXX also trying to spot the red side brush of theirs, but he doesn't. I believe he doesn't spot anyone, and they are looking for some aggressive level 1 strats. I mean, they are moved to the blue side area of Zabardust's jungle, and Derailed has absolutely no one there to spot out except for that one ward, which most likely they will not cross. But yeah, SparXX being the only one here, he has no idea what he's walking in through. He does catch Janna out, and he does spot everybody else with their sapling, so Derailed is going to be making the move on how to counter this tactic, but we do have PewPew Lasers backing off once they are spotted, because they really don't want to do anything too risky here. And we have another pause, so... Yeah, it's nobody's DC'd yet, but it seems that one of Derailed's top laners have DC'd from TeamSpeak, so I guess they're just gonna wait for him to get on, and PewPew Lasers being nice and allow giving them time to come on, and Zabardust with a little bit of trolling. He is one of the admins of ILG, and he is this is one of his teams taking part in this tournament. So yeah, just a little bit friendly trolling going on in the chat, nothing too big. So we're waiting on Spar to reconnect back to Peak, and yeah, once he does, I think he's reconnected already. Yeah, he has reconnected, and the game will now be unpaused, and minions are spawned once the game got unpaused. So, you know, I guess Derailed is trying to make an aggressive level 1 right now. I think they do spot Birdie, but I don't think PewPew Lasers spot them. So some of this might be looking for an invade here. It's at 150. Yeah, I don't think PewPew Lasers know that their blue is being taken. Yeah, I don't think so. So, but what's good for PewPew Lasers is that they get a early start in the bot lane, so they can pick up level 2 faster, and you know, hopefully do something with that aggression. Zabardust taking the enemy's blue, and I think he's gonna go for a 3 buff here. Who knows? So he does take the blue, and he's gonna go for the white, otherwise known as the... I'm not even sure what the name of this monster is. Well, it was called white back in the day, but I don't think anymore. So, yeah, since PewPew Lasers got to their bot lane faster, and they are holding up the aggression. And now we do have a gank by Zabardust, a very early gank by Zabardust. The snare and the exhaust hits on Birdie. I don't think he's gonna win this. The exhaust does goes on Zabardust, but he does go down to Morgana, and they get 2 assists each, 1 for the jungler, 1 for the AD carry, and I guess they're up ahead now. So yeah, that's that. Top lane. That was actually a very good early gank from Zabardust. I mean, it was kind of unnoticed because, you know, we don't really do very early ganks at this stage, but good thinking by Zabardust there, taking the enemy's blue, taking their white, and then going for the early gank. It was very good. It was a very good strat by them, and Ricochet just could not counter. So yeah, I just got word from JoJo that the new white is actually called Gromp now. So, you know, thanks JoJo for that. You're always there when I need you, buddy. But yeah, going back to the game, this does put Derailed's bot lane ahead of theirs, and also an assist goes to their jungler, so he will be having more gold than Ricochet at the moment. And also, But mid lane doing very good. Grimsley able to trade with Syndra really well at this stage. So now all lanes looking good for Derailed, I guess, at the moment. Bot lane is a little bit ahead, so this should help them out later on to the game. But Zadias with half mana, or less than half mana, not really aggro. He does have a very little mana now, and I think some but then yeah, so nothing much going on. A lot of CSing going on. In CS wise, their bot lane is doing better, but compared to the other lanes, they're relatively losing a bit. Top lane, it's most likely equal, 16 to 15. Yeah, nothing big going on there, but the mid lane has 5 extra CS than the opponent's mid, so just a little bit better CSing mechanism, I guess, or it's probably that just Yasuo's AD, but nevertheless, they are doing good. Rek'Sai doing a little bit of counter jungling, I guess. He does take their enemies. Oh, and we do have Jarvan ganking up in top lane. Good flash by Legend Flary. The CC doesn't get hit down. He randomly starts teleporting. I I don't know why, because what happened there over in top lane is Jarvan came to gank, and while he was in perfect range of an EQ, but Legend Flary had an amazing flash, and also Maokai missed his CC and slow abilities on him. And also over in the bot lane we do have a small engage. Pranjal does get exhausted, the flash does go on, Hellcaster exhausts the... Oh, and now we have a gank mid lane. A lot of stuff going on the map at the moment. Grimsley with the ignite, he might go down. He is able to survive on a slit. Zedai is flashing forward. Captain Awesome trying to come for the counter gank, but he goes down. Wow. A lot happening in the map at that single time. I mean, everybody's ganking everything. A lot of engages were going on, so yeah. I guess I'll start with bot lane first. Flamerice got a really good snare onto Pranjal, and they put the exhaust, and a lot of flashes were used. And it was just a very good trade for Derailed overall. The problem with the Hellcaster is he put his exhaust once Pranjal disengaged the fight, and he accidentally exhausted Morgana by mistake, so I don't know if that was intentional or just a mistake, but that at the same time over in the mid lane we did have Zabardust on Jarvan coming in for the gank. Both the mid laner and the jungler did waste their flash, and they did have an ignite onto Grimsley, but yeah, he died to Jarvan. I mean, no, he died to... Yeah, I think he died to Jarvan, I'm not sure. But then Captain Awesome came and tried to do a counter gank, and it didn't went end well, and we had Zedias use his flash and grab the kill on Rek'Sai, I think. But yeah, so right now, all the lanes on Derailed do have a lead, and looks good. Ooh, and we do see a gank by Rek'Sai. Wow, beautiful! The knockup does go on. Grimsley with the ulti. Are they gonna dive this, or will they not? No, they do not plan on diving this. Grimsley with not a lot of damage at the moment. He just has his Zeal with a little attack speed, and now Zedai's playing very aggressive. Ulti's onto Yasuo and does get the kill. Beautiful play by Zedaius, taking that opportunity, the misplay and the miscalculations by Yasuo and turning it into advantage. Right now, on top, we do have Spar going a little bit aggressive onto Wukong. Doesn't really get anything out of it there, but Wukong does go to like below half HP. So, you know, good trade, good plays by Spar XX, but the mid lane was just very good. And also, that was a very good gank by Rek'Sai. I mean, I did not know he could do that. But, you know, he was at the enemy's rates, I believe it was called. I'm not sure about the new jungle camp, but yeah, I think he tunneled vision. Oh, and we do have a gank over on top lane. Legend uses his ulti. RXS very tanky. He does use his flash and he does use his CC, but he does go very down, and he will go down to Legendary. First kill of the game to PewPew lasers, and we do have Wukong with top lane. Meanwhile, over in the blue buff area, Zabardust uses his Cataclysm onto Twin, and Flamerice takes the kill again. We do have both flashes being used there. So again, once again, a lot of stuff happening on the map. do have one. We did have a gank top lane, and we did have an aggressive play by Zaberdust over on the blue buff area. But now Derailed Gaming will go for the dragon, and I think it's gonna be left uncontested. Pudgel's over in the base. Hellcaster trying to, help cause some disturbances here, but no, they will take the dragon. Zaberdust is quite low HP. The exhaust does go on Destroyer. I don't know if they're gonna fight this or not. They do. Grimsley does take the kill onto Morgana. Now they're focusing on the Zaberdust. Zaberdust is very low health. The heal gets used, and wow, beautiful play by Zedias, following up on his mid laner opponent, and takes out Yasuo. Very good play by there, and very good play, very good heal also being used to save his jungler, and I think PewPew lasers only get one kill out of that. So yeah, it looked good at first, but then they didn't have eyes on Zedias, or they didn't notice him coming in. So once Grimsley went full aggro and took out the support, Destroyer came back with the heal, and that was just very good synergy on Derailed's gaming part. I mean, healing and trying to keep your jungler alive, and over in bot lane, Franjo going down very low, Destroyer backing up. He does use his ulti, he does catch Franjo, Destroyer coming back for some engage, and they do take down Franjo. Another snare being landed on Hellcaster, he most likely will go down. Destroyer very low HP, does go for the flash Q, couldn't quite get it, and now a few auto attacks, and Destroyer does come top on that, but Morgana is taking a lot of minions. Ooh, and Captain Awesome going for the support again. He does get it. Now it's Destroyer versus Rekase, and Destroyer will come out on top, but it unfortunately goes to Morgana, which is, I don't know how that happened. I think the pool probably took the kill, but just a lot of action happening in bot lane. Franjo getting caught out with the snare, then Hellcaster getting caught out with the snare, and that was a good gank by Captain Awesome. He came a bit late though, but he was able to take the kill onto Morgana. If he played it out a little bit better, I believe he could have gotten Lucian, but oh well, you can't make every play the best play ever. So yeah, top lane, a little bit of fight going on, and I think and we do have Franjo coming back to lane and taking out Destroyer. Destroyer just overstayed there, and now we have a small kind of gank on Grimsley, and he plays it beautifully. Wow, using his minions to his advantage, with that mobility of Yasuo just eating all over the place. Derailed couldn't really kind of get a lock onto him, so he does come out of that play, and I think they do take the tower, I believe. No, he actually survives the tower, left is a half health, and PewPew Laser is taking the first tower of the game. They do take the bot lane tower, and yeah, good play by PewPew Lasers. Right now we do have Zaberdust in the top lane. Going for the gank. Ooh, he does have some good pinging for the gank, but he does not go for it. I think it was warded. So yeah. Yeah, now some pink is going on in the mid lane. Ooh, we do have a gank by mid lane, but Zedias, very little mana, can't really come. We do have a good counter gank by Zaberdust. The Cataclysm Smite does go on to Grimsley. He does get the good ulti, but the exhaust does go down, but Grimsley also goes down to Zaberdust, and yeah, bad play by, that was actually a good play. I really don't know what happened there, but now we have the bot lane rotating mid, and they do get a snare onto Prunjil, but no follow-up there. Ooh, and we do have a Destroyer going very aggressive on the follow-up. Rekase does go very down, the calling being loose. Again, a good snare onto Prunjil again, but no follow-up. Here comes Destroyer, and he does take the kill. Wow, beautiful plays by Derailed. I mean, this guy on this Morgana is catching every snare possible, and their team's just following up very well. So, Derailed playing as their best here. They're playing very aggressive, very well. They're playing. Even though bot lane had a few mistakes, they didn't have that many mistakes, but the only mistake I can remember of it right now is Destroyer overstaying bot lane and Prunjil coming back from base to kill him. But yeah, so right now if you look at the gold lead, it's 22k to 17k, 13 kills for Derailed Gaming compared to the 4 kills by PewPew Lasers. As I said, chat select before, Derailed Gaming has been around for quite some time, so they are mostly the favorites here, and they're proving why that they are the favorites here. Very good synergy between all the lanes, and you know, just very good play here. They've proven to be one of a really great team, and Spar just you know, he's trying to do all he can. I mean, he wasn't very meant to win the lane against Wukong, but what his job is to do is just to farm up and try to get as tanky as possible, and just sit on Destroyer and make sure that he does not focus anybody else. But I think that's kind of out of question now. But Rek'Sai is gonna go for a gank on top lane without Wukong. You know, they're fighting up, and he has Zabardust going straight onto Wukong. Wukong with the ulti knocks up, but then he does go down to Jarvan, and now Spar without any mana trying to chase down a Rek'Sai with below half health. Zabardust trying to go, and he does EQ over the Baron Pit and meets Captain Awesome. He does get slowed, and wow, tunnels through the golems. Wow, very good play by Rek'Sai there to escape from Jarvan, but there's a lot of pinging going on, and they might meet again. No, I don't think so. Ooh, but now Zabardust is kind of caught inside Captain Awesome's jungle, and I don't know what happened there. I think they didn't see each other. Yeah, I don't think they saw each other. Probably a miscommunication or something like that, or no, not sure. But just a lot of happening at the map right now. So over in top lane, we did have Captain Awesome initiate that fight by just going on to Maokai, and they didn't realize that Jarvan was there in the other bush, I believe. So Jarvan's just there for the counter gank all the time, and now he goes for Grimsley, and Grimsley has to flash out. There's just too much damage on Derailed right now, and there's a lot to do. The snare does get onto Hellcaster. He will go down. Kadius using his ulti on Frungil, but just pushes him to half health. The culling also being used. They're gonna take this blue buff, and now they're gonna take Dragon, and they're just gonna increase the gold league. Yeah, beautiful play by Derailed. I mean, Zabardust, you know, making the aggressive plays in the jungle, doing the counter ganks, being there at the perfect places, and just, you know, he's just everywhere, to be honest. So yeah. They do have the dragon, a little bit of fight happening in the top lane, but nothing big. Maokai able to heal up. He does pop his ulti and goes on to Wukong, but Wukong just W's out. He does go in for a little bit of harass, but does come out. Now we have Frungil Birdie and Derailed coming out. Good snare onto Captain Awesome. Zabardust does take up the kill, and PewPew Laser's just getting caught out here left and right. I mean, wow. This is not very good for them. They're just getting snared here. They're getting snared almost everywhere. Does not look good. And now we're going to be having a bot lane. I think third turret of the game. Yeah. Third turret of the game going in favor of Derail. The snare does go out, but it doesn't hit that time. Some of us might be looking on for going on and engage, but they can't hold this. Zabardust is too kind of tanky, and oh, he does go. Cataclysm does go on to Birdie. The exhaust does go on, but he heals and flashes out, and we're looking on Flame Rise to hit the snare. He doesn't, unfortunately, but now we have Grimsley coming up, and they might be looking for a re-engage. I don't think this is wise. Yeah, no, they're just gonna back off. I don't think they really want this fight. We do have Maokai out of that top lane and finally grouping with the team. Yeah, so the snare does get hit on the Hellcaster, but Hellcaster's tornado does being loose. Oh, I'm too bad at this. But right now they're changing their focus onto Wukong, but he gets out the flash there by Spar Access is really good. The ulti goes off by Grimsley, and they're just focusing Destroyer. Destroyer is really low. He does flash out, but Morgana does go down to Rek'Sai. A lot of stuff going on. Jarvan coming back here with his E, trying to focus on the Grimsley, but can't at the moment. Wow, good ulti by good tornado win by but now Zabardust coming out with the stun WQ. Frungil is gonna go down. Frungil lives with about half health, even though can't kill him. You just can't kill the Lucian. A lot of stuff being happened there. I mean, look at the gold league and just the kill lead now. It's 22-6. This game is kind of over. I don't want to count PewPew Lasers out at the moment, but to be honest, it's gonna be really hard for them to. Whereas alone, S and gold in general. I mean, it's I don't know. Anything could happen in the. Not count them out just yet, but coming back to Derailed, they have gained a huge advantage over the lead. 5-1 Jarvan, 5-1 Illusion, 4-1 Morgana, 7-0 Syndra, and a 1-1 Maokai. So Maokai's score isn't as good as the rest, but he is doing a lot. I mean, as a Maokai alone, you're not supposed to get 1,000 kills, and Grimsley going down to Zadias once again, trying to take his own jungle creeps, but Derailed just denying him of his red buff. Goes where a little bit of poke going on, but ooh, and Hellcaster does get stunned, but he does flash out. A good tornado by Hellcaster, but now the calling being used and misses completely. So wow, a lot of people got out at the wrong time, and now we might have Wukong going for an aggressive play, but he does see the Maokai and does tend to back off there. So yeah. Right now, the Derailed's just grouping and want to get this mid turret down. They will probably get it. Wow, good wind wall by Yasuo blocking the snare. Ooh, and we do have. Wow, it was just beautiful. He does flash in, and the Wukong ulti, the good ulti by Grimsley, but he does go down to Zadias. Derailed playing a very good fight, a very good team fight here. Zabardus' Cataclysm locking up 3 members of PewPew lasers, and Destroyer eing in for the double kill. They do get the tower too, and it's almost an ace except for Quinn being alive, but that won't stop them from taking up this inhibitor turret. They will take this inhibitor, and they hopefully will take the inhibitor turret, and first inhibitor in about 21 minutes, I'd say. Really good start for Derailed, just a very good start for this tournament and for this game alone. Let's see them. Well, I wonder how they be playing days from now when they're facing up against more experienced team players. PewPew Lasers doing as good as they can here. You know, Grimsley is doing what he can. He is ulting whenever possible, and they are trying to play the team fight as well. And ooh, Rek'Sai almost getting caught there, but Flame Rice is there and does put up the stun, but doesn't hit anybody. So I really want to go full talk about that team fight, but there's just so much happening in the map at the moment that it's really not allowing me to. But I guess Zabardus backing off. I think they're going to be getting ready for the next dragon, which is coming around in 20 seconds. So yeah, coming back to the other team fight, Wukong tried to engage, but he got denied, and I think he clicked his ulti. So once he clicked his ulti, he didn't know what to do. He just flashed into them, tried to get the knock up, and he was bursted down fast. Zadias and this player was in a very good position. They were doing what the AD carry and AP carry are supposed to do: stay back, stun, do all the damage they can. And Zabardust with a little bit of damage and a little tank, he just takes 3 members. I mean, he's just singles out 3 members of PewPew Lasers. So just a very good coordinated and very well fought team fight by Derailed Gaming. They unfortunately couldn't get birdie, but nevertheless they almost aced them, and they will take this dragon right now. And hopefully they might get a pick right now. PewPew Lasers, they're trying to farm as much as they can. They're being denied a lot of stuff here. Zabardus does go in for the EQ, and Grimsley does flash out there. Doesn't want to get caught. Knows that it's not going to be ending up well for him if he does get caught. So right now they've set their eyes onto the top turret. They're going to take out all the inners, outers, I believe, and then the Nexus pretty soon. So yeah, as I was saying before, this game really looks like Derailed's favor at the moment. I don't see any way in which PewPew Lasers could come back. We do have Legendary hopefully going for an initiate, but he does get snared. Gonna hitting a lot of snares. Now Zabardust over there is on the side, if you guys could notice. He might be looking for an engage, but he does get spotted out by Grimsley. Doesn't go for the LT because they can't really. When the snare goes on Hellcaster, and he does go down with the smite, and now Captain Awesome is a new target legend, so he just ulti at the back with the culling. Now Grimsley doesn't know what to do. Angel just does not have anybody to peel from. The flash EQ, the flash snare, and just a bunch of flashes being used, but no engage is coming up, and they will take the top turret. And another flash coming in, but that misses too. So they really want to get Birdie here, but he's just too fast. Sorry if too fast. I guess he should change his motto then after this game. But whatever, they are going for the... I don't think they're going to go for the top turret. Oh yeah, they are. The bot lane is going to go take the top turret, and I guess the rest of the team are just going to push mid. Zabulast also helping out. They will take the top turret out. Will they take the inhibitor though? Are they that strong? They've been playing each team fight beautifully. I mean, Captain Awesome doing whatever he can with Ricochet, but they might be looking for an engage here. They do snare... the ADC is split from the team, and Captain Awesome going for the ADC, but he is kind of playing passively, and the snare does go on. Maokai is there, very tanky. Here comes Zabulast, here comes Zadias, here comes the rest of the team. Goes straight on to Quinn, does get tornadoed out, but it's a 1v4 with Zabulast now, and he's doing whatever he can to survive. He will go down, no doubt. Lucian does take out that. If he does take down Quinn, now the snare gets being used. And Destroyer will flash out and take the kill. Now we have Legendary not knowing what to do. He does take out the support, but Zadiah is trying to get him, and he will with one more auto attack. The Ignite is up, and with the sapling. Wow. Beautiful ace. Just a lot going on in that team fight. 11 and 180 carry, 11 and 0 AP carry. This game is definitely gone. Destroyer not even hesitating to take the top turret, just going for the game. Taking as much as minions. He is very low health, so I have no idea what. Captain Awesome does see him. He doesn't have his team with them. Yeah, I think they're just gonna let him get away. Yeah, he's safe. But yeah, just beautiful team fights being played. Not that Derailed is playing that team fight very, very well. They are playing very well, but like for their advantage, you know, they are playing good. Achilles is just doing whatever they can. Have damage. They really have really much income either. I mean, it's a K versus a 32 out of 20. Bad at math. 20.3k, let's just say that. Yeah, it's a 20,000 gold league. You know, the gaming. Not much PewPew lasers can do. Probably hope for a catch on and then probably but I doubt they'd be here. And wow, Zabardust going ham. He does get the Cataclysm. 2 ultis being used on Yasuo. He will go down. Now Spar going on to Legend for Flip. Fell Thieves is being used. Auto attacks. He does flash out of auto attack range, but just gonna give himself up. He tries to W out. Now Captain Awesome here for the suicide. He thinks he's saving his member, but he's just gonna suicide. A lot of CC being. This Dias does get the kill. Now we have Zabardust in a 1v2 situation. He'll be getting the kill onto Legend Flare. He's trying for it. He does get it, but Punch already putting a lot of damage on him. But here comes Destroy. Wow, very good ulti by Anna, and he does get sniped. Punjo does get sniped. Wow, very well played. Just very well played. Punjo does snipe out. Destroyer just snipe out Punjo with the Q. For those of you guys who don't know, Lucian's Q can actually go like extra range. Ooh, and Grimsley going down here. Oh, the Ignite doesn't burn out enough, so I guess he lives. I have no idea what was happening there, but a lot of action going on in this map. And now Grimsley is back. He's trying to wave as much as possible. They do take out the bot inhibitor turret, and they will take out the inhibitor. Now they just need to take the top inhibitor, but I don't think they would. Spar going ham on Grimsley. He does get knocked up. You know, the exhaust is used on Flame Rise. I don't know why again, but Destroyer just out of the enemy's territory using the calling, and Spar XX going on Legend Flare again. A lot of happening here. We do have Zadias without any mana. He does use the ulti on Captain Awesome and does take him down with the help of Lucian. Now Lucian just trying to shoo away rest of his opponent, and I think this will be game, guys. Legend Flare trying to play aggressive, but he has no other way. He does get caught by Maokai, and while taking a lot of damage, he does get exhausted. Ignite also pops up. He's just gonna give himself up, and all that's left is Quinn and Janna. Oh, the snare catches Hellcaster again, this time on their fountain, and this game goes to Derailed Gaming, 43-9, 62,000 30,000 to 35,000. Well played, Derailed. This was a true stomp, I have to say. And wow, just a very exciting action-packed game. I mean, even though Derailed just stomped them, there was a lot of action. And there was just so much action happening in this game. So yeah, congrats to Derailed Gaming. They stomped PewPew Lasers, and good game to both teams.